So wait, is our friend here?
Jesse, are you here?
All right.
Oh,
Jesse!
yeah.
Jesse Camp,
He's
everybody.
got a package.
He comes bearing gifts.
Oh, yeah. It's a baby George. Keep the front. Yeah, there you go.
Wait, what?
You want to pop that on?
Jesse.
The baby George. It's bigger than the normal George Foreman grill. We got a baby George. It's the champion of rotisseries.
Thank you, Jesse. Thanks for coming.
Absolutely.
Jesse Camp, everybody. Boy, you're quiet as a church mouse back there. I don't know why we keep being surprised. It's like, wait, you were here the whole time?
No, I think he just showed up.
Oh, really?
Well,
But still.
No. Like, no, yeah, that is true. But I didn't want to come empty-handed, and I, the baby George kind of came into my acquisition through some funny means.
Yeah.
I was actually collecting a gambling debt for Jeff.
So Jeff sends people to collect his debts.
No.
Oh,
Jeff
okay.
takes a lot of bets. Yeah.
Okay.
He's big news, man. When he's flying out of town for a Whose Line Is It Anyway gig, that's code for, he's taking care of some Gambinos in Jersey. Yeah.
It's
And
true.
with NFL as hot as it is right now, a lot of debts.
All right, Jesse, do me a favor. Fashion Corner. Walk me through your outfit right now. Let's talk about.
First off, I do just want to say, Dan, it's an honor to always, get to see you and Jeff as well, and of course the game master Spencer. Yo, there you go.
You got it. I didn't even help you.
No. But guys, that being said, I'll zip it. And the fashion corner.
Yeah, walk us from. You can start from top to bottom or bottom to top, and I want you to tell me the methodology of your outfit.
Oh yes, the methodology to it. It's heavy on the ology, not so much on the other. But I'll tell you what, I start with cowboy boots. I am a 10.5, and the drapes match the curtains, if you know what I mean.
The drapes match the
curtains. If you're ever curious about someone's wiener schnitzel size, all you have to do is look at what their shoe size is, okay? Michael J. Fox, 7.5.
We know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I mean, Manute Bol, hello.
Well, as a person that's shorter than you and has bigger feet than you, I beg to differ.
Dan, don't worry about it, Dan. What's your shoe size? Come on, hit him with the shoe size.
I'm 11 and a half.
Oh, yeah. He's 11 and a half,
I'm 11 and a
baby.
half, and my penis is
No, don't.
Is
It's 11 and a
borderline,
half.
That just means it's going to grow later in life.
Like the baby George.
Don't think that what you have now is your final penis size.
Okay.
Oh, no.
That's
Everyone
a great way to look at
knows
it.
that the penis just grows older. If you go to a nursing home, there are a lot of Long John Silvers in the place,
I think you're mistaken. Yeah, well, your balls start to hang down to your ankles.
Yes.
That awaits all of us.
You need to buy a second pair of socks for the balls. But yeah, I mean, or for, your hands if they're
Wait, so Dan, you have bigger feet than Jesse, but he's bragging about a giant penis.
No, I wasn't.
He said
At 10.5, I'm a moderately average, upper average penis.
That's just average.
If you went by my shoe size.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is the way to go, definitely. I mean, Jeff, everyone know, is a...
My dick is shaped exactly like an
candy cane.
ampersand.
Or an ampersand.
Yeah.
That is one not in the vocab banks.
Spencer's is shaped like one of those Dungeons and Dragons ampersands. It's like a dragon.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
it has that
Fire.
dragon head.
I gotta say this. All the ladies after a night with Spencer say, "Damn, thank you for Spencer's gifts."
Oh, damn.
That was
All of the ladies.
That was
There were multiple.
yeah.
All right, so now
And not zero.
let's talk about your trousers now. What do you got?
Yeah.
You got some stretchy tights going on?
working
What's
up.
happening?
Oh wow. Well, it is rainy season here in LA, and so no need to delve under the car hood. But I have 3 pairs of leggings jeggings, if you will, and then the armor. These are a pair of Massimo Supply Company. Yo, but they're women's jeans, I will admit. But I'll tell you guys this, I'm a very tall man, so I always wear cowboy boots because then, you can always, it doesn't matter if your pants are too short,
That's your secret.
And like Stevie Nicks, I wear my boots all summer long.
Now, is there a fanny pack happening? What do you got
No
here?
fanny pack tonight. By the way, guys, to be honest, the reason I was a little late tonight is because I went to the Szechuan Fax Machine Theater.
What?
But this is the Dynasty typewriter.
Oh.
Yeah, across town there's a Szechuan fax machine.
All right.
Okay, crickets.
Yeah.
So, yo.
He's trying
was good.
stuff
All
out.
right.
He's trying stuff out.
Guys,
Right.
just trying some
worry about
stuff
it.
out. Yeah.
You're wearing 4 layers of pants?
4 layers of pants and then a pair of boxer briefs. Just one t-shirt. Well, this is an interesting garment.
Yeah, that's what I want to know about.
That's somewhere between bathrobe, dashiki, and cape.
It defies
Yo,
description.
bathrobe, it is a bathrobe, but dashiki, this was until I cut it down the middle. To be honest with you, a lot of times what I do, if there's a dress with a really cool fabric, I'll just, cut it down the middle because a dress is just really a trench coat with a seam up it,
Yeah.
I mean, that's the truth,
Lid blown, off of dresses and trench coats.
Happy to blow off that lid. That's one thing I am happy to blow. And also my piccolo.
Yeah.
But not just one cut down the middle dashiki. 1 dashiki, 2 dashiki. There's no 3 dashiki, 4. But
darn.
then, just a good flannel. So I have something to keep my important cards, papers, and rolling papers.
But then on top you have what can only
No,
be...
I'm just kidding. This is a
EpiPen.
Marker.
EpiPen. Yes.
You're terrified of bee stings.
Bee stings. I got bad peanut allergies, and then I'm addicted to eating them.
Whoa. That's an expensive
And
habit.
speaking of, hold on, but guys, I didn't want to look. If there's one thing I got to just put out there, I'm here because I've loved Jeff forever. Dan is the coolest, and I'm a huge Harmontown fan. And so I did just want to say that something I heard Dan say tonight about Jimmy Carter, that was really, really dope. I mean, if we're going to think about presidents and stuff, Jimmy Carter has built literally over like 300-400 houses for Habitat for Humanity with his wife, since leaving office. I mean, he's a guy that will go, like to Katrina and build a house just with other volunteers. He's been doing that. And I mean, I don't definitely mean to get political, but his vibes that he sent out were peace and love and good. And then, who knows?
And supposedly
Reagan came in and,
they ranked IQs of presidents, and Jimmy Carter's like probably our most intelligent president we've ever had.
Yeah.
That doesn't surprise me.
No.
I'd say I grew up in the Midwest, so all I remember from that time, I was like 8, 9, 10 years old, something around there, and I just remember this like hysteria for Reagan and like everybody. It was like I was socially conditioned to like, oh, Jimmy Carter's such a fuzz nut, and it was like, I don't even know what a president is, but I know I hate Jimmy Carter. He sucks. He's such a terrible president. I'm like, what? I'm just fascinated by that because I'm like, what did he? It seems like such a quiet. No one typically doesn't talk about it, and I have a sneaking suspicion that's because there is nothing to talk about because he did a really good job.
Absolutely.
I'm assuming.
And because he was so progressive that they destabilized him. They say like the whole hostage crisis thing, it was set up for him to fail so that he would not get reelected and he'd be a one-term president.
There was an oil crisis back then. I'm really going to show my ass if I start talking about this stuff because I don't know. But I have a weird feeling that there was an oil crisis because OPEC was forming, and like it was like the idea was that, oh, we had a little crossroads there. Where it was like we could have committed to our rhetoric about wanting democracy and all this stuff, but then you get a little tough choice there where the people that are sitting on top of the things that you want start to get votes and stuff, and they're going to vote for people that you don't like. And I have a feeling that there was probably that he probably exists in some kind of like weird Back to the Future maelstrom where, oh, either Biff goes, starts washing your car or has a museum.
I think he's done more after his presidency than most presidents did during their presidency.
Yeah.
Because he's a humanitarian and he's an intellect. And weren't those the days when people that could actually complete a sentence and be thoughtful and care about each other? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's. I'll tell you this really quick thing. Like about maybe like 15 years ago, I was on a road trip, just kind of driving randomly through Georgia, and I ended up in Plains, Georgia, which is literally the town in Georgia where he grew up, and still lives to this day. And there's maybe like 20 people in the town. It's dirt poor, but it's still where he never stopped living there. He grew up there. I mean, this is the one thing I want to say to that. I don't think that as a country we should ever elect a president who has never been poor a day in their life, because that's going to be I'm sorry to say, but someone that's going to lack empathy. And I mean, I think, I mean, just
I don't know anybody cool like my circle of friends. All the people that I look up to and respect and think highly of are people that know the value of what it means to have $1.
Well, how about an easier choice though? Just say that the title of president shouldn't be a thing that's like a reward or anything.
It used to be a shit
like a king.
It used to be a shit like a clerk job.
In Ireland, this I learned from my ex-wife when she was just here for Harmon Quest. She was explaining that they have this thing that I've been saying since the Trump election. When you look at like what people like about him and what people like, the only conflict is like you could solve this in the blink of an eye by going, okay, if we're going to keep insisting that the title of president basically means American king, then make it a title worth that. In other words, just let him, like he said himself, all he wants to do is run around and say, hallelujah, like love it, like Louisiana, peace out, and have everybody like with the hats and the things. Ireland has a president that does that. That's all they do. They elect the most Irish guy in Ireland and they call him president. And then they have like, I don't know what his title is. I don't know if it's prime minister or something else, but it's like, it's functional. It's just like, yeah. And then there's this person that rolls up their sleeves and probably went to law school and like runs a fucking country, like in cooperation with the bureaucracy that you need if you're going to have hundreds of millions of people like under you that need their lives to not fall under the whims of things. Like yeah. So
also, no, definitely, and also someone that could actually build a all-inclusive society, where the goal is for everyone to prosper and do well. And I mean, and in order for that to happen, you can't have someone who's corrupt.
It should be a thankless job. You should like dread being any kind of politician because your life should be under a microscope every minute of every day. Everything you say should be checked and double checked, and like, it should be a job that attracts fetishists for organization.
Fetishists for organization.
Yeah, there are people in the world who tend in our society to become accountants and certain kinds of lawyers and things, civil rights lawyers and people those should be our politicians. The people who would be like, no, that's not a job for me. The reason they're saying that is because it's a disgraceful occupation for narcissists and blowhards, and they don't want people to look at how they smoked pot in college and like look their search histories up for debate or if they ever had an affair and stuff. Can we just strip that stuff out and make it a graceless occupation?
And now they're all trying to do Instagram stories too, like Beto O'Rourke's like trying to live tweet from the dentist so that he can be relatable to us.
Don't make me leave him live next.
Yeah, it's like great. You have dental health care. Go Beta. I mean, good thing your last name ain't Max.
Hell yeah. The old video format.
Yes. But listen, getting back to the matter at hand.
Oh yeah, we got to keep this thing on rails.
The fashion.
Oh no, but I mean,
Jimmy
Carter's still alive, and if mental and physical health are linked, and I believe we all know they are, and having good energy in you. I mean, Jimmy Carter, he's alive, way past 90. He's the real Clint Eastwood. You know what I mean?